welcome to another workshop, Delicious Reactions. I'm Mary Ann, and here's my beautiful niece, Natalie.
Hello.
We're one short today. Gianna is working, so unfortunately she couldn't make it here with us today, but we are looking forward to having another fun cooking session. Hopefully everyone was able to enjoy the granola cups that we made last time, along with the smoothies. We definitely enjoyed after we made them. So today we're actually a little bit of a, again, Valentine's Day around the corner here, and with the holidays, and always truffles are always a nice, quick chocolate treat, if you will. So I am going to share a foolproof cookie cream cheese truffle recipe with us today. So get ready. As always, make sure you washed your hands. We've washed ours, and to get started, I'll kind of go over the ingredients, some supplies we'll need, and we'll kind of get right into it. So for the actual tools, you're going to need measuring cups. We've already measured out some of our ingredients, but if you get a half a cup measuring cup to measure out some of the toppings. Then for the cookies, we're going to use some chocolate cream sandwich cookies and then vanilla cream sandwich cookies, and I would say that you need 20 of each, so 20 chocolate and 20 vanilla. You'll also need some bowls to put, of course, your supplies into your mixing bowls, some spoons, ingredients again, cream cheese, about 8 ounces of cream cheese. We have powdered sugar for topping, cocoa, sprinkles, and as we go through the recipe, you'll actually kind of see that there's different variations, very similar to the granola cups again. Make it your own, if you will, and we'll kind of go through these as we're doing it. Other supplies, if you have a blender, great. If not, and you have a food processor, that works well too to blend the cookies. And if not, Natalie here, she's going to show us on how to actually turn the cookies into crumbs, and that we're going to use into forming the dough. So I think I went through all there. Oh, and we can't forget the paper towels. We may need to get, depending on how the dough forms, we may need to get our hands a little dirty, so definitely have some paper towels, and of course a sink if you need to rewash your hands. All right, let's do it. So the first thing is on the cream cheese, again, Natalie and myself kind of pre-measured some things here to make it a little bit easier. We actually used, on the cream cheese, the measurements are on here. So it's 8 ounces, and we are going to take half of the 8 ounces, which half of 8 ounces is what?
4 ounces.
Good job. So a little math again for us. So we're going to take 4 ounces of each on the cream cheese. And so as you see here, it's already out. It's best to use this, I would say, at room temperature. Reason being, it gives it a little bit more easier to work with the recipe into shaping. If you just fresh got it out of the fridge, that's okay. It's just going to take a little bit longer to form, as it works better at room temperature. It's not as solid. So I'm going to say, if you want to plop in half of that into your mixing bowl, Natalie. Okay, got it.
Get this.
Get that one out. And it's just as easy as literally placing the, half that block, which is the 4 ounces per cookie crumbs. So again, Natalie's going to work on doing the vanilla cookie truffle, and then I'm going to work on doing the chocolate cookie truffle on my end. So with doing that, we took the 4 ounces, and now it's time to actually crush the cookies. As I mentioned, about 20 cookies. It kind of equals, I would say, about a cup of crumbs after we're done grinding or processing or crushing. So a good about cup, maybe cup and a quarter of crumbs. It's going to form the dough. And so I'm going to actually show Natalie on how to do her process here. It's as easy as her dumping all the cookies in the bag. And make sure you close the bag. And you can place it down flat, and then she can just roll through it. And the process here, good job, you're going to have to keep on rolling. I'm going to use the food processor here. Put the chocolate ones in.
Sorry.
No, sorry. You good? Here. Okay. I apologize for the sound here. It might be loud for a couple seconds. And we're just going to pulse this maybe about 30 seconds or so. until you kind of get a good crumb going.
So definitely a lot quicker than the rolling pin.
However, again, it's great to have a variety of ways to kind of work the recipe. Nothing's ever worse when you kind of have that, I don't know, craving or feel for something and you don't necessarily have all the tools that you need. So it's always nice to know that there's an alternate way to kind of get what you're looking for. You good? Okay. So now that we have the actual cookie crumbs all crushed up, what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix it together with the cream cheese, and you just kind of plop it in the bowl. I'll help my girl here, Natalie. Look at that, they look good. And you can just dump it in the bowl.
All right.
Go for it, and I'm gonna dump mine. If the cream has kind of embedded itself in the bag, no big deal, just I think you're kind of done with it. As long as you shake as much as you can out. And then we'll put this off to the side here. Okay, so now we have, and if you kind of want to show the camera here, we have the crumbs with the cream cheese, and we're just going to start mixing this to form that dough. And soon enough, we're going to have some delicious truffles. So you could take it with a spoon, of course. You can do
double spooning.
Whatever works for you. I'm going to make her get her hands dirty pretty soon because I'm going to tell you right now, I think it's going to work better if we use our hands. So Natalie, put the spoons down.
All right. Just give me a minute here.
Yeah. So you kind of just want to almost knead it together. The spoons work great, but at the same time, sometimes you just need to work it a little more. All right, you got it.
Ooh, I like the way that feels.
And you kind of just keep mixing. And the idea is to almost get it into like a nice ball. Now a couple things here as we're getting this to the right consistency so we can roll them. There's a couple things you can do, of course, with these truffles. You can always stick it, if you're not ready to eat them now, you can stick this in the fridge. It keeps well in the fridge, I would say, for a good couple of weeks. I'm not sure if anybody has truffles in the fridge if they would last 2 weeks, but that's just me, I'm just saying. But again, if you sit here, you can keep them into the fridge for a couple weeks before, so it's a good make-ahead type of recipe. If, for instance, you just wanted to prepare it and then shape them, that's fine. You could shape them, and before you add the toppings, you could store them in the fridge. Really, it's a foolproof recipe. As you can see, mine's forming a dough. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
You're doing good. And you just kind of keep on kneading it together. I would say between blending the actual cookies and having the soft cream cheese, you're really kind of using, I like to call it science, when you're kind of just melding everything together to form a shape of a ball, keeping in mind that these were whole cookies here, and now we had a block of cream cheese, and now we're literally have a piece of dough, if you think about it. It's a cream cheese cookie dough. You good?
Yeah.
You're doing good.
Thanks.
Look at that, for your first time. You're doing pretty good. Okay, keep on pushing it together. All your cookies pretty much eaten up there.
Yep. There.
Way to go. I'll get you a napkin, how about that?
All right.
Okay. And I warned you guys, we weren't going to keep our hands clean for this.
It actually feels really good.
You like it?
It's like
Okay.
soothing. It's like putting lotion on your hands.
Kind of like a mud mask or something, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, well, so at this stage of the game, we're ready to roll. So I would say if you have a couple plates, these should make, depending on, again, if we use the same size of truffle ball, they should make a good 15 to 20 per cookie type. So if the chocolate one should make 15 to 20, the vanilla should make 15 to 20 truffles. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll them. And as we roll them, Then we're just gonna place them on the plate. And then at that point, we'll drop them into our toppings. And then of course, the last part that we all enjoy is eating them. So let's get rolling. The way to roll, again, size is really whatever is preferred. There is no right or wrong, but I would say just kind of using a teaspoon size, and then you pretty much take it. You took it?
Yep. Wait,
Take a little more.
That?
Yeah, that's perfect. And then you just roll it into little balls. They don't have to be perfect. The joy is, again, that nothing has to be perfection here, especially when it tastes good. And hey, you can use your plate.
Oh.
I just like giving her a hard time. It was really not a big deal, you know, again. And actually the vanilla ones with the sprinkles remind me of almost a like birthday cake type of truffle. And it is my other niece, Elena, who we haven't gotten her to be on this show yet, but it is her 11th birthday today. So, in her honor, I'd like to say, we're gonna make her a birthday truffle.
Yep.
You gonna do that for your sister?
Sure.
We'll see if she likes it or not, right?
Yeah. The chocolate ones were really good.
Yes, you see, obviously, Natalie has already eaten these before, so. We're just gonna keep on rolling here. So, you doing okay?
Yep.
Okay, you're looking good over there. I'm gonna emphasize, if there's ever any questions or any recipes that are suggested, you guys would love to have me, Natalie, Gianna, bake for you guys, make for you guys, please, feedback, suggestions, we definitely welcome it. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed some of our past workshops. I know we have. We've been very, very excited to do these reoccurring sessions, and we thank you actually for giving us the opportunity to come in and showing you a little bit of our fun. Oh, you've got some mini truffles there.
Yep.
I think you could put yours a little bit more.
Okay.
She's making them like mini. I don't know who wants those truffles, but you know what? They're gonna definitely want a little more. I mean, you're doing good. Don't get me wrong, but
I would want
If,
one
you know,
each one.
let's say this. Gianna's not here to give her a hard time, and I promised her I would. So, Auntie Nana to the rescue. You could tell Gianna that I did definitely give you a hard time. But our Natalina always does a great job, so. She was just hoping she could get the chocolate truffles because that was her favorite, right?
At least eat them.
I know, I was concerned she would actually sneak a couple. Okay, good job.
Thank you.
So as we're doing this, we're almost done here. And like I said, I think we're pretty much on count.
Yeah, for the most part.
I think we've got almost like 15, 20. In Natalie's case, she might be getting 25, but it's okay.
Couple extra.
Okay. And then you just keep on rolling. And I am just about done. And so again, for toppings, anything goes. You want the rainbow sprinkles. You know, we did those for Elena's birthday, of course. We can do those. Excuse me, Natalie.
Go right
I'm just
ahead.
gonna get another napkin here. We can do the rainbow sprinkles. This is just some cocoa powder and powdered sugar. If you just want to dip them in the cocoa powder, I tend to think because the cocoa powder sometimes can be a little bit unsweetened, it gives it a good mix. However, I really feel that the powdered sugar after we dip them in the cocoa powder is actually a nicer taste, if you will. That's just my preference. You can also definitely use any type of chopped nuts if you wanted to. And again, so many variations, and as I mentioned, we definitely welcome any questions or feedback that you guys have. So I'm gonna start, you're just about done, you're doing good. I'm gonna start just dipping and putting the toppings on it while Natalie finishes her rolling, and then just kind of show you what the finished product is. Then we'll have some truffles and call it a day. How does that sound?
Sounds delicious.
Okay. You probably want to try to drop in about 3, 4 truffles at a time. And with the spoon that you already have in there, again, really no rocket science on it. You just kind of cover the truffle in the sprinkle, if you will, since that's the one that I put in there. And you kind of just toss it around. And because naturally the cream cheese And the cookies made it into a nice mixture already. It'll adhere right away to it. So I kind of tossed 3, 4 in there. Again, keeping in mind our hands are clean, so it's not a problem to use your hands. If you wanted to use a spoon, that's okay too. It's just sometimes the spoon makes it a little bit more chunky, and I don't know. I use my hands a lot in cooking. I was actually having this conversation with my mom. Her recipes, she doesn't even use measuring cups, and it's all by eyes, and that's okay too. It's the art of cooking is amazing. So whatever, it makes.
Combine
There you go.
one that's
You're
a
doing
little
good.
smaller.
Okay, so I'm just
Here.
working on the sprinkle one, and I can kind of drop them here. And I'll do these 4, and then Natalie can get hers going. I think I'll do enough of the sprinkles, and I'll toss the sprinkle over to you, and I'll get going on the other. How does that sound?
Good. Would you mind passing me that her plate?
No, sweetie, I can't. You're welcome. Got it? Okay, so we're gonna switch. And again, honestly, it's however many you want to do. If you want to do 10 sprinkles, you want to do them all sprinkle, whatever. We're just kind of mixing up a little of each. For again, if I want to do the cocoa into the powdered sugar, I'm gonna literally toss them in the cocoa and then drop them into the powdered sugar. The cocoa is a little bit richer, so you probably just want to do a quick all over, and then you get the powdered sugar on it, and keep it rolling, and shake it, and then just place it down. You good?
Yep.
Okay. And that's all you do. You kind of just keep on plopping them in here. Now keeping in mind, because these have not been chilled yet, they're a little bit delicate. Not that that's a bad thing, but just if you're rolling them around, you probably want to just be a little bit mindful and not kind of splashing them too much with the spoon. I mean, you're not going to damage them. They're just going to be dented up. No big deal. You're going to eat them anyways. But if you're looking to put these out for some type of a party or give them as a gift or something, obviously you probably want them to look a little presentable. Are you okay? Yep. Okay, look at that. Good job, Nay.
Thanks.
But I'm going to take your lovely plate with my dirty hands, and we're going to place them here. And which one are you going to try? The chocolate, let me guess.
Of course. We got 2 more we got to put in here.
My son told me today that these kind of look like little munchkins, which I can see where he's coming from. I personally think they taste better than munchkins,
They
but that's
do.
just my opinion. You know, I'm not biased or anything, but. So let's go on ahead and, you said you wanted the chocolate?
Yes, please.
Okay, here, I'll give you.
One moment. You're only gonna get more messy. So
It's just enjoy it. Don't worry.
go for it.
Go for it. Ooh, okay. Delicious. So, that was awesome. Thanks for sticking with us as we have our mouth full. We appreciate your time, and until next time, thanks again. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. I'm sorry I have a truffle in my mouth.
Same.